Well, happening now at 5:01, opponents of the controversial late-term abortion ban are celebrating a big victory from last night.
Here are the final numbers from the vote. With 100% of the precincts reporting, 55% of Albuquerque voters voted against the ban, 45% voted for the ban. We have reaction from both sides this morning. Our News 13's Samantha McDonald has more from downtown Albuquerque. Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Opponents of the ban are calling this a victory for Albuquerque families. The ordinance sought to ban abortions after 20 weeks unless the mother's life was in danger. Pro-choice advocates, including the group Respect ABQ Women that campaigned strongly against the late-term abortion ban, watched last night as the results came in. After the early and absentee numbers poured in at about 7, their lead stayed in the double digits. And at about 9:30 last night, they called the election. The crowd is celebrating the defeat of the ordinance.
Albuquerque is a city that believes that deeply personal decisions to have an abortion, that needs to remain between a woman, her family, in consultation with her doctor and guided by her faith.
On the other end of things, pro-life advocates say they were preparing for this outcome once the early voting numbers came in, showing the ban was losing by a double-digit margin. While a number of out-of-state groups helped push for this ban, organizers say the grassroots petition campaign that helped get that issue on the ballot in the first place shows the strength of the anti-abortion cause.
We expect to keep fighting. We expect that the momentum will build for this to pass in other states and other cities and on the federal level.
Backers of the ban said they did learn that money counts. They claim the other side outspent them 4-1. A lot of that money coming from national groups. Back to you.
All right, Samantha, thank you very much. Despite the outcome, groups here consider this a groundbreaking day because this was the first time voters decided an issue like this instead of lawmakers.
If you want to know where Governor Susana Martinez comes down on this issue that's divided her state's biggest city and gotten so much attention, even from across the country, well, Susana Martinez is standing firm about not taking a stance. She says it's a city issue. In a statement, she did say, quote, pro-life with exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. For the most part, things went pretty smoothly on Election Day in Albuquerque. City Clerk Amy Bailey says there were no major problems except for some protesters at the Albuquerque Museum. Ms. Bailey says they had to move back some of the protesters yesterday after some of the children visiting the museum got upset and they saw the graphic anti-abortion signs. Some poll workers also had to explain the long question on the ballot. Elizabeth?
Voters have also spoken on a city council runoff race that was also on the ballot, and there's now a new city councilor for District 7. The runoff was between incumbent Republican Janice Arnold-Jones and Democrat Diane Gibson, which stretches from the Heights to UNM. During the election last month, Arnold-Jones was 76 votes away from even having a runoff. Well, Gibson pulled ahead last night, winning 52% of the vote to Arnold-Jones's 48%. This now gives the Dems a 5-4 edge on the council. A health alert now to tell you about. You may want to think twice about giving your kids hot Cheetos after you hear this warning. Pediatricians now claim hot Cheetos and other extremely spicy snacks are sending a lot of kids to the emergency room. Experts say eating too many spicy products can cause inflammation of the stomach lining. Symptoms include bloating, burning, vomiting, and sometimes they can lead to ulcers.
At 5:05, if you want your kids to get Christmas gifts from the Marines, today's another chance for you to register for Toys for Tots. Go down to the Cesar Chavez Community Center near Louisiana and Southern Southeast in Albuquerque. That goes from 9 to 4. The kids must be between 6 months and 10 years old. You must take each child's birth certificate, your ID, and proof of residency. And if you're wondering how you can help out Toys for Tots and donate to them, big drive is going on Black Friday. A lot of people go out shopping. You're going to see those big cardboard bins all around town. I think we're going to be out at Toys R Us.
Hey,
a big
that's
sponsor with us. So you go
Yeah.
to Toys R Us, maybe you're buying your kids or nieces, nephews toys. Buy some, pop them in the box. Helps out a ton.
Oh, for sure.